Welcome back, coin lovers and collectors. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1990 D Washington quarter, a coin that millions of Americans have handled, but one that hides some interesting details for collectors. At first glance, it may look like ordinary pocket change, but as always, condition, rarity, and errors can make this small coin worth far more than 25 cents. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, designed by sculptor John Flanagan to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1990, the design had been in use for decades, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The 1990 D quarter, struck at the Denver Mint, continues this proud tradition. On the obverse side, you'll see the portrait of George Washington, facing left. The inscriptions include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust on the left, and the date 1990 below his neck. The small D mint mark, placed just to the right of the bow in Washington's hair ribbon, identifies the Denver Mint as the producer. The reverse side displays the classic American eagle design, a bold heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches below symbolizing peace and readiness for defense. The words United States of America arc above, with $quarter below, and E pluribus unum tucked neatly between the eagle's wings. By 1990, these coins were no longer made with silver. Instead, they were composed of copper-nickel clad, a mix of 75% copper and 25% nickel on the outer layers, bonded to a pure copper core. This gives the quarter its silvery color while keeping production costs low. If you look at the edge of the coin, you can clearly see the copper core sandwiched between the nickel layers. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of 1990 D quarters, making them very common in circulation. This means that most examples you find in change today are only worth face value. However, the story changes dramatically when you consider condition and minting errors. A circulated 1990 D quarter will often show heavy wear, especially on Washington's hair, cheek, and jawline. The eagle's feathers on the reverse will be flat and worn down, with scratches or nicks across the surface. These pieces, while interesting to collect for nostalgia, usually trade for just 25 cents. In extremely fine condition, the coin will show much stronger detail. Washington's hair will retain more definition, and the eagle's wings will appear sharp. These coins are more appealing to collectors and can be worth a bit more, often $1 to $3, especially if free from stains or damage. The most desirable coins are in uncirculated or mint state condition. A brilliant 1990 D quarter with full luster, sharp details, and no major contact marks can bring higher values, typically $5 to $20, depending on the grade. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC can command an even greater premium. At the very top of the scale, gem quality examples in MS 67 or MS 68 are extremely rare. Because so many coins were produced, only a tiny fraction survived without flaws. These high-grade coins can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, making them the true prize for Washington quarter enthusiasts. Error coins are another exciting category. 1990 D quarters with off-center strikes, double dies, missing clad layers, or clipped planchets are highly collectible. Depending on the type and severity of the error, such coins can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s. One of the most intriguing varieties collectors look for is the missing clad layer error. In this case, part of the nickel layer fails to bond, leaving exposed copper on one side of the coin. These dramatic errors are very eye-catching and bring strong prices among collectors. Beyond value, the 1990 D quarter also represents a period just before major changes in U.S. coinage. Only a few years later, in 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, retiring the eagle reverse design that had been used since 1932. This makes the 1990 D one of the last classic eagle Washington quarters before the big transition. So, whether your 1990 D quarter is just a well-worn pocket piece worth face value, a brilliant mint state gem worth much more, or a rare error coin worth hundreds, it's always worth taking a closer look. Coins like these remind us that history and value can hide in plain sight. Thanks for joining me on this journey through American coinage. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever found a rare quarter in your change? Let's talk about it.